Imagine dedicating 12 years of your life to building something from scratch. Every late night, every sacrifice, every ounce of energy poured into a dream. Now imagine being told, to your face, that you're out of touch, that your work doesn't matter anymore. And then being replaced by someone half your age, with a shiny smile and a TikTok following. That happened to me, but here's the thing, when you build something with your own hands, you also know exactly how to take it apart. Intro call to action next 15 seconds. If you've ever been underestimated, pushed aside, or treated like you're disposable, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with me. Because this isn't just a story about betrayal, it's about patience, karma, and one of the sweetest revenge moments you'll ever hear. I wasn't born into privilege. I didn't have investors or wealthy parents. What I had was a stubborn belief that with enough persistence, I could build something that mattered. 12 years ago, I started a brand, let's call it Everbright. At first, it was just me in my garage, surrounded by half-broken equipment, secondhand supplies, and a notebook full of ideas. I remember those nights vividly. The hum of a cheap space heater fighting off the cold. My hands blistered from packing boxes myself. The metallic taste of instant coffee that kept me awake at 3 a.m. while I scribbled down marketing ideas. It wasn't glamorous, but slowly, painfully, Everbright grew. At first, just local orders. Then regional. Then, almost magically, people started recognizing the name nationwide. Our brand meant something. It became a household name. And not because of luck, but because I gave it my entire youth. Over the years, I built a team. I knew every single one of them by name. I celebrated their birthdays, I listened when they had problems at home, I fought to get them fair pay. We weren't just a company, we were a family. And then, everything changed. It started when the board decided to bring in a new director. At first, I thought nothing of it. Companies grow, leadership expands. I didn't expect him to be my enemy. But I'll never forget the first time he walked into the office. Tailored suit, perfect hair, a smirk that made it clear he thought he was the smartest man in the room. He shook my hand like it was a formality, not respect. "You must be the founder," he said, as if my position was some quaint little title. From that moment, I knew. He didn't see me as a leader. He saw me as obsolete. Weeks passed, and his behavior only confirmed it. Meetings where he'd cut me off mid-sentence. Decisions overturned without consultation. He brought in flashy ideas with buzzwords like synergy and rebranding. He was obsessed with image rather than substance. Then came the day. A Tuesday morning. The team was gathered for our quarterly meeting. The energy in the room was nervous, because we all sensed change in the air. The director cleared his throat, gave me a glance that felt like a knife, and said, "Sometimes, for a brand to evolve, we need fresh blood. New perspectives. The old ways are out of touch." And then, with everyone watching, he gestured toward a young woman sitting in the front row. She was a rising social media influencer. Bright smile, millions of followers, and absolutely no idea how to run a business. "This," he declared, "is the future of Everbright." I can still feel the heat in my chest from that moment. The humiliation, 12 years of sweat and sacrifice dismissed in a single sentence. I nodded. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I didn't even let my voice tremble. I just stood up, tucked my chair back into place, and said, "Good luck." Then I walked out. No drama, no scene, but in that silence, something was already brewing inside me. Because here's the truth. When you build something brick by brick, you know every crack in the foundation. Every weakness, every secret. They thought they could humiliate me, replace me, forget me. Oh, how fun this was going to be. For weeks, I stayed quiet. People texted me, called me, asked if I was okay. I smiled and told them I was fine. Inside, I was plotting. You see, the director may have been slick, but he was also arrogant. He thought popularity was more important than loyalty. He thought social media trends could replace years of hard-earned trust. And he underestimated just how many people, both inside and outside the company, still respected me. I started small, quiet conversations with suppliers, casual coffee with long-term clients. Subtle hints dropped that things were changing at Everbright. And when they asked me what I was doing now, I simply said, working on something new. Their eyes lit up. They knew my track record. They knew what I was capable of. Meanwhile, inside Everbright, chaos brewed. The influencer was great at Instagram posts and TikTok dances, but when it came to logistics, supply chains, customer service, She was lost. Orders got delayed. Products went missing. Long-term clients felt ignored. And the director, he doubled down, pushed more money into flashy ads, ignoring the crumbling foundation beneath him. That's when I made my move. I launched a new brand. Sleeker, faster, built on everything I had learned over 12 years, but better. And I didn't need to beg for support. Suppliers came running to me. Clients left Everbright without hesitation. Even employees quietly reached out, asking if they could join me. It spread like wildfire. Within 6 months, my new company was thriving. Within a year, it was dominating. And Everbright, well, let's just say the cracks turned into craters. The influencer, overwhelmed and unprepared, stepped down. The director, desperate, tried to spin the narrative, but the numbers didn't lie. Sales plummeted. Contracts dissolved. Investors pulled out. I'll never forget the day I walked past their old headquarters. The windows dark, the lobby empty. The once vibrant logo now faded, peeling from the walls. 12 years I gave them. They discarded me like trash. But in the end, they destroyed themselves. And the sweetest part, I didn't have to scream. I didn't have to fight. I just let karma do its work, with a little nudge from me. Climactic revenge payoff. The last time I saw the director, it was almost surreal. He was sitting alone at a cafe, suit wrinkled, tie loosened, staring into a black coffee like it was the only thing holding him together. He looked up. Our eyes met. For a moment, he almost smiled, like maybe we could pretend none of it had happened. But then he saw it. The logo on my laptop bag. My new brand, the one that had replaced Everbright in the market. His smile disappeared, his face went pale, and I just nodded. The same way I had the day he fired me. Except this time, the power wasn't his. It was mine. Reflective wrap-up. What did I learn from all this? That respect isn't just a nice to have in business. It's the foundation. When you treat people like they're disposable, when you forget the blood and sweat that built your success, eventually, karma comes calling. And when it does, it's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet. It's devastating. And it's absolute. Outro call to action. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button. And tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? I'd love to hear your stories. And of course, subscribe for more real stories of justice, karma, and sweet, sweet payback.